Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, it's going on 8 o'clock or something like that now. I woke up nice and early to get the sunrise in, and I've just sort of been reorganizing and packing everything up. And maybe, if I'm completely honest, maybe I'm sort of like putting off the knife's edge as long as I can. And the snowfields. But we're going to face them here shortly. Just finishing up breakfast. I have maybe 750 mils of water left, and my next water source is not for another 5 miles. So it's gonna be rough, but it's supposed to be cloudy and cool today. A high, I think we're supposed to reach a high of 75, but that's not going to be until much later. So hopefully by the time I hit that water, like, it'll still be cool out. So that's the plan. Had a fantastic sleep here last night, like just amazing sleep. Even though my tent site was a little sloped, that did not stop me from sleeping. I was in serious dreamland last night, and I slept quite well. I had one more equipment issue last night after I got into camp, and that was my pee bucket. The lid to the pee bucket split right around the seam, so it doesn't have as secure of a fit, and eventually it would break and fall off. But I had some Terraid or something similar to that for patching up my tent. Several patches, so I still have more in case my tent needs it. But I used a couple of those to sort of like jimmy the lid so that it hopefully lasts me. If not, I'm gonna have to beg and plead for somebody to send me another Folgers lid. But for now, I'm hoping it will work. I'm just gonna have to be a little more conscious about the fact that it is broken and be more delicate with it. But other than that, even with the clouds, it's a pretty morning. I'm actually a little fearful of the knife's edge, but because we got like wind gusts of like up to 8 miles an hour, and I'm not sure how steep the slopes are on each side of the knife's edge. Hopefully not too much. I don't think overall, depending what it looks like when I get there, I'll tell you what it looks like when I get there. But I don't think that's the one that's gonna cause me the most concern. It's the snowfield, and I've been thinking about that for weeks now, the snowfield. And what I'm planning on doing, because I talked to a couple other Nobos yesterday, and they said that it was pretty treacherous, and what they did was they just went around it, so climbed up and around it. So no particular trail, but they said other hikers have been doing the same thing. So I don't know. I've heard so many different stories on the snowfield, and it's the last one apparently that the trail actually connects to. The other ones have sort of melted off trail now. So, the trail is either above or below those, but this is the last one where the trail actually goes right through it. And I've heard so many different stories on, what it is and what it isn't, and how dangerous it is and how dangerous it isn't, and blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to be able to say one way or the other until I actually lay eyes on it myself. But if it gives me any concern at all, then I will take the slower route and climb up and around it. And then when I'm over it and past it, then I'll just join the trail again. But I don't have any issues with that. Oh, well, you're not following the full trail. And it's like, yeah, we have our discretion. If something's dangerous and there are alternate routes, we can take an alternate route. So that's not a problem. We had to do that in Vermont with some serious flooding rivers, and after doing a couple of those, and I'm just like, I'm putting my life at risk here to do something that's supposed to be fun. And I'm not doing that. So it's a small field. I'll put up a picture of the topographic, so you can see what I'm talking about, and I'll also have the videos up too. But yeah, I'm not out here to risk my life. Like, a lot of it's challenging, and a couple of times I have, sort of like done things that, I wouldn't recommend other people necessarily doing. But even everybody has their limits, and I think I'm one of the safer hikers out here, safety conscious hikers out here. I got a lot to live for, so I don't want to I don't want to fall off a mountain and die. So we'll see. We'll have to make the decision once we see it. But right now I'm going to finish up breakfast, and then we are going to hit the trail. See you down trail, guys. These views. The wind has picked up quite a bit, but I talked to you about, I don't know, a dozen or more northbounders that have just come down, and they said that, yeah, the wind, it's a little stronger up here, but they said it wasn't scary. So, and one northbounder in particular told me, here, if I can see this. Can you see the hikers in the middle of the screen? They're coming down off of it. But anyway, she told me that it's not just like straight down, that there is a little bit of leeway coming off of it. So, hope she's correct. So there you go. There's a hiker coming off of it now. Just about to start it. That's the last spot I have where I can stop and have some water and a snack. Oh, I can see people up at the summit coming down. Way up there. So I have some water, have a snack, and I've got 2.2 miles on the knife's edge until I reach the snowfield. Alrighty, so still climbing, still not quite at the knife's edge. My path goes right up here. Pretty sure you can tell by the sound of it, but the wind is like crazy strong right now, so I'm a little bit apprehensive. So I got 0.9, I think it is 0.9 left till I hit that snowfield. But I mean, the knife's edge isn't as terrifying as I thought it would be. So still sketchy about the concerned about the sketchy snowfield, but we'll deal with that when we get there. I just wanted to say, like, I mean, I've hit like 7,000 feet plus today, and it amazes me all the kinds of life that I'm finding this high up. So, you know, yeah, obviously there's plants and stuff, but there's grasshoppers, and there's caterpillars, and there's butterflies, and there's bees, and it's just astonishing to me that at this height and in this harsh of an environment, so many different things like life forms can be thriving, and it's just, I think that's incredible. But it is beautiful. I'll give them that. Okay, so this is the first of apparently 2 snowfields I have to get across. This one is not the steep one, and this one's bloody steep. And the other one's bigger, so I gotta traverse a lot more of it. There's still no consensus. I passed like 10 minutes ago a group of hikers and a single hiker. The group of hikers, men, said that they crossed them, and you know, it was a little sketchy and slippery, slushy, but you know, doable. And they said not to try and go down and around it because the rocks are really unstable, and it's steep. And having just crossed all of these unstable rocks, I can attest to that. Now I just met a female hiker like less than 5 minutes ago. She said she went down and around both of them and that it was perfectly fine. I just went over these rocks. I know they're unbalanced. I know they're not safe. I know they're steep. I know they're sliding. So that leaves me with having to cross these damn things, which terrifies me. But if I'm going to cross them, I might as well start with the smaller one here and get a feel for it before I try the big one. Wish me luck, guys. Let no harm come to me. Keep me safe. I did it. I crossed both of them. I did not fall. Whew. This is awesome. All right, now we got to get some miles in. Come down just a little bit, and everything's already covered in vegetation again. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful views. Look at this. I still can't believe that I actually did my snowfield. I am so ecstatic. Not 100%, but I think that big one there might be Mount St. Helens. And then as you... Oh, look at those views. Oh my God. Oh, I think this one is Mount Adams. Long day, short miles. So I did the knife's edge, and I did the 2 snow crossings. Yes, I did them. Wow, shocked myself. And then I've done the hike down here. So I've got a campsite now. No Widowmakers anywhere. I am starving. It's 4:30, so I'm going to have a nice big dinner and set up camp first. But yeah, it's short miles, but it was a good day. I conquered some fears, proved to myself I can do some things that I didn't think I could do. So yeah, I'm happy. All right, let me show you around my campsite. I have the headwaters to, I think it's the Crispus River right next to me, so I can get fresh water before I leave camp in the morning. I've got tons of water right now, which is good because I am thirsty. It was only supposed to get to 75 today, but man, it's hot. I have been sweating, like just sweltering out here. So you can see the trail coming up there. That's the way I'm hiking out in the morning. So yeah, that's it for me.